Japanese encephalitis virus, or JEV, is an infection caused by an RNA virus. It can be spread to humans through the bite of an infected mosquito, which serve as the vectors of transmission. As a virus, JEV works by attaching and inserting itself into the human body's own cells, replicating and thus causing infection throughout the whole body.
The first set of symptoms are mild and are those that accompany a wide variety of viral infection, such as diarrhea and inflammation of the mucous membrane. More than 99% of people who are infected with the disease do not progress past these symptoms, and in many cases, people are completely asymptomatic. For those who do experience a progression of the infection, patients will begin to have symptoms of encephalopathy, which include headaches, vomiting, reduced consciousness, and forms of muscular dysfunction.
Transmission of JEV is through the bite of a mosquito, most notably by the species Culex tridoneurhingus. While mosquitoes that carry the virus can give it to us, they can also transmit it to each other. This is through an infected pig that acts as a reservoir. It is not transmittable from person to person. However, that is not to say that it cannot mutate and become more virulent in the future.
When someone is bitten by an infected mosquito, the virus's goal is to use the host cells to replicate. The first area of replication is in the dermal tissues. From there, the virus gains access to the lymph nodes. In most cases, it does not progress past this point, as the body's adaptive immune cells identify and target the virus. However, if the virus reaches and infects the central nervous system and crosses the blood-brain barrier, this triggers an immune response known as a cytokine storm. This cytokine storm is your body's defense mechanism against the virus, but when it's directed at the brain, it causes inflammation of the brain structures, resulting in symptoms of encephalitis.
Less than 1% of people who are infected will experience the neurologically invasive aspect of the disease. Those who do have a mortality rate of 30 to 50%. Those with HIV or who are immunocompromised are at an increased risk, as well as those who travel to or live in rural areas where JEV is endemic. This includes Asian countries along the western Pacific coast, as well as those that neighbor them. Although the Pacific Ocean is too large of a window for JEV-carrying mosquitoes to migrate, there has been a subtle increase in these mosquitoes moving east across Asia. A lot of countries that have been experiencing this influx include Nepal, Pakistan, Laos, and Myanmar.
As far as the current state of the disease, the Japanese encephalitis virus is considered to be endemic. It still remains a problem in some temperate regions of Asia. There is a certain genotype, or genotypic shift, of the disease that the vaccine has proven to be ineffective against. That genotype, known as G5, is re-emerging in some areas of China.
There is an effective vaccine against JEV. It's typically only recommended for people who live in the endemic areas and those who will be traveling to them. The vaccine is a live attenuated vaccine. This is a non-disease causing version of the virus that introduces it to your body in a safe way. This allows your body to build antibodies so that if it's exposed to the real virus, your body is able to defend against it immediately. This method of vaccination is effective because the body's secondary response to an infection that it has seen before is immensely more potent than the body's initial response. Some prevention measures have been attempted but were ultimately unsuccessful. One of these was to vaccinate pig populations en masse, since pigs do serve as a reservoir for the virus. Unfortunately, widespread and consistent vaccination efforts are unfeasible for every farmer. Another measure that was tried by scientists was to introduce larvicide into the waters where mosquitoes are breeding. This also did not work though because of the persistent reproduction efforts of mosquitoes. In terms of personal prevention, people are encouraged to wear clothing that covers the entire body, have mosquito repellent that contains DEET or picaridin, and sleep under mosquito nets. In terms of prevention in the United States, not much is needed since mosquitoes can't travel across the ocean and there's no human-to-human transmission of the virus. If somehow it did become prevalent in the US population, the vaccine would likely become part of a normal vaccine regimen for people. And reduce consciousness.
Transmission of JEV is through a mosquito by the bite. We're gonna retry that.
There's a certain genotype or a genomic, it's a genomic, yeah. is known to be ineffective. Damn it, the vaccine is known to